Politics in St. Martin getting worse, making life in the country tough. While we think politicians helping us, the majority fooling us. With tinted windows on Audis and Jeep, them politicians ain't driving nothing cheap. Just look around, read between the lines. Every one of them is a waste of time. The PM highlight her sexual preference, telling everyone she's a lesbian. The country locked down in a disarray. Big birthday party down in Digo Bay. All who attended tested positive. Every one of them end up with COVID. One tried to clear his name in a rush, saying how we catch it down by Lotus. Everyone in shock when they get to see that Vishon was part of LGBT. Man, they spoiling the country name. It's time we start call a spade a spade. Let them invite in their blasted shade. It's time we start call a spade a spade. What you say? Good gosh. Zilande, Zilande, Zilande. Rolando feature video was no shock when he start to match Grisha up. They who recruit him to the up party when he jump on the USB. They make him leader saying how he bright. He shining in the sky like a satellite. He had to resign as parliament chair when Theo decided he don't want him there. With more deception they appointed Risha as parliament chair and the new leader. Rolando punishment was to go parliament. Sit and brush your mouth, don't make no comment. After all the videos done by the nightclub, they realize he's an embarrassment.
Welcome to the Late Night Show. Hope everything is okay. Hope everything is all right. I'm your host, Andrew Dick. Kids, let me tell you what's happening on St. Martin today. So, drag racing. Remember drag racing? Everybody care about drag racing in St. Martin, especially during the election time where people come up with ideas and they come up with projects on how we can develop drag racing in St. Martin. So let me fast forward to today, Monday. A meeting of Justice Committee meeting was called for Parliament, and apparently the meeting couldn't take place because the members of Parliament, which we pay handsomely every single month, didn't show up. Didn't show up for work. But first, let me go to the tallest member of Parliament, who is the chairperson of the Justice Committee.
At this time, we would normally have the Committee of Justice meeting with the agenda point presentation on motor drag racing events and the significance of a drag race strip on St. Martin. However, we do not have quorum for this meeting. I will note that we received notice of absence from MPs Pantaflet, William Marlin, and MP Arundel, and we received notice of lateness from MP Peterson. However, we do not have quorum for this meeting, and therefore we'll have to reschedule, for this gathering, we would have to reschedule the meeting at another time. Thank you. Yeah? Oh, I'm sorry, yes. And MP, I thought I had it removed here. Yes, I did have Ramu here. Thank you for mentioning that. So once again, we did receive notice of absence from MPs Ramu, Pantaflet, Marlin, and Richards, and also notice of lateness from MP Peterson. The meeting will be rescheduled at another time. Thank you.
Now, I was like, okay, all right, no problem. Okay, so everybody had an excuse as to why they wasn't there. No problem. But then I get to find out that leader of the PFP, Melissa Guns, was present but didn't sign in. Leader of the UD, leader of the Democratic Party, leader of herself, Sarah Westcott Williams. She was present but didn't sign in. leader of the now, come search my house no matter what. Christophe Emmanuel, he was present, but didn't sign in. Deputy leader of the Democratic Party and your number 2 candidate on the DP, Krisha Heilige Martin, was present, but did not sign in. And I said to myself, how in the flying is it that these people are going to sit there while these organizations came there to give an outline of the plans they have for drag racing in St. Martin? For the life of me, I couldn't understand it. I was like, but these people sick? Anyway, so one of the representatives from the organizations went live on Facebook and let these politicians have it. Take a look.
Every election year, it's been promised to these people, to these guys, we're gonna give you tracks, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. The same people that promised to do this, to give you a track, no, this year we're gonna work, we're gonna find a solution, are the same people that did not show up or did show up and walked out of the meeting for there not to be a quorum so this meeting can be postponed. One of them is one that first, what they said was, why is this even on the schedule? Why is it even a topic? Why is it even called for a meeting when it is about drag racing and stuff like that? This lady is one of the ladies that goes around election time promising these guys a bunch of stuff. You know? Then you have another MP. I'm going to say the names in a bit. She started, who's going to pay for the track? Who's going to pay for the track? You didn't even have the time, the decency to let us do the presentation to show you what are the options, how you can get money to put it in. And in the meanwhile, while we are building or trying to focus for the future to get one here, how we can get and organize events to have these boys release themselves in a sense where they can train their art, they can perform their art, they can train stunts. We came with a whole plan to show that there's a possibility that at least once in a week you can put an area, designated area where these guys can train, do their thing, their stunts, have their bike and racing, etc., etc. The way some parliamentarians are shows you that they don't care for none of these guys, none of the mothers, none of it. None of it. It doesn't bother them. But election time is coming up. So hello, boys. What is the necessity? Yes, we're gonna make sure you're gonna get your track. You're gonna do this. We're gonna work with you guys because we see the talent. People, it is all BS. These people don't care. I am disappointed in Christopher Emmanuel. I'm disappointed. He is supposed to be the voice of the people. He is supposed to be a person that comes from the streets, as you will call it. He knows the St. Peter boys. He knows them. And yet you come in, you don't even show up in the Zaal, in the meeting room, on the parliament floor, to at least show your face and say, you know, for all these people, all these boys I know, which I promise so much, let me sit and hear what they have to say. Again, people, it's not about shining. It's not about I need to shine for election. I am a biker mom. I have my children stunting. I have their friends stunting, racing, illegal races. All that. I have to wake up every day and pray to God, let my child come back home in peace. And I cannot prohibit these children to do what they love. It is an art. It is a sport. Around the world, this is a sport that is coming up. And yet we see the talent we have here and we don't do anything to develop it. And then we want to get angry because there's illegal drag racing. Yes, we need to stop the illegal drag races. There's our bikes. These boys be doing stunts and flips and all kinds of stuff between the roads because they don't have nowhere to do it. And you that are in power doesn't try to work or find a way to have these guys do it in a safe way. I'm talking as a mother. I'm talking as a mother. I want my child to have a place where they can do their stunting safely. But you guys don't care. I'm sorry. I'm very disappointed in Christopher. I'm very disappointed in Sarah with all those years in power. All those years sitting in parliament. Now you're asking who's going to pay for the track? You are one that promised for years that the track was going to come. You never did anything for it, but yet now you're sitting and then you want to sing some hallelujah song talking about you have to go fix your tires and stuff. It shows what priority is. I'm very disappointed in Melissa. I'm very disappointed in Grisha because you are one of them that promised these boys, and I can pick the boys up when and let them say when there was election time how you were there promising people stuff, but you don't have the decency to sit, and these guys want to be heard. These guys want to find a solution. These guys want to do something, and you guys simply do not care.
Shame on you, PFP. Shame on you, DP. Shame on you now. Shame on you, Grisha. Other members of parliament that wasn't there for any other reasons, shame on you too. That thing should have gone down. It should have happened. These people should have been allowed to give a presentation, because we always talk the talk, talking about drag strip racing and safety and all these things. And then you're not going to show up when you need it the most. And these are the people who are going to come to your doorstep and say, vote for me. I believe in the young people. Well, bikers, guess what? These politicians don't care. They don't care about you. They don't give a damn because they play in politics with something that all you have nothing to do about. And I don't even want to hear the excuses, because there shouldn't be no excuse. They should know better. I'm upset because I really wanted to hear the plans. There is an audience. There is a group that really enjoy drag racing in St. Martin. I think maybe Melissa would have shown up if it was a drag competition. Anyway, no, that's too far. Let me not take it too far. Calm down. Okay. Anyway, so members of parliament, do better. The bikers matter. And shame on you. Shame on you. That's all I gotta say. Yeah. Or you get me really upset. Like, this is why I just wear this. This is why I just have this, because it's impossible. You're right there sitting in the hall while these people are just there to give you the plans. Are you in voting or nothing? Or you just hearing out what plans they have for drag racing in St. Martin? The French side is doing it. But we here, like a bunch of jackasses, can't come together at least and hear each other out. Sarah Westcott Williams, Minister of Education. She discovered St. Martin, for God's sake. She could have fixed this on her own when she was commissioner. And look, she was just there sitting outside like they don't have enough numbers. Big Mouth Chris, the people, prosperity. Now. The time is now. The time is now. And now we show up. You ain't show up now. Krisha, I kind of expected from Krisha. Krisha is no political type of none. Like, that's her husband. Like, she, politics, So I get it from Krisha. But Melissa? She normally don't do this type of little politics games. What the hell is that? Nah, man. PFP, I am disappointed. PFP really should get more members. PFP only have one member in parliament, so I understand. Anyway, I'm finished ranting. Welcome to the Late Night Show. We have a good one for you. Let's begin. Room.
Yes, sir. Revitane lugar onde você não stay. I can slap you again. Você não pode aqui. Você não está agora que aqui. Você está aqui. É da mesa. Yeah, let's go. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go. Let's go.
It's time SXM presents a grand fundraising raffle taking place on Sunday, May 28th. The grand fundraising raffle. Get your tickets now for only $10. The first prize is a 55-inch smart TV. Second prize, a hotel weekend stay. Third prize, a Samsung phone. And the fourth prize, a 100 Gilda shopping voucher courtesy of Carrefour. It's going down on Sunday, May 28th. The fundraising raffle. Tickets available for only $10. Proceeds will go towards a back-to-school program.
Purchase your tickets at Creative Juices or from any of the members. Call 556-5181 or 523-8272.
It's time SXM.
At SXM, we're taking travel and tourism to new heights. Here we boast spacious check-in areas, 10 passport control points, comfortable departure lounges, and finally, there's an airport in the Caribbean that takes your travel plans as seriously as you do. Princess Juliana International Airport.